It's 2020 now, and it's getting harder and harder to grow on Instagram and get followers from scratch. But it's not only possible, but pretty easy if you are using right method, or even better, a combination of several strategies. So in this video I'm going to show you 6 different growth strategies that you can use to start growing on Instagram in 2020.
Every day I'm hustling.
I used one of these strategies recently to grow a brand new page from 0 to first 1000 followers in just 9 days. Some of the strategies that I'm going to mention are absolutely free, and for some you need to spend some money, but don't worry, the account that I just mentioned was grown using one of the free strategies, so you don't need to spend any money if you don't want to. I'm going to start with paid strategies first, and then I'm going to cover some of the free strategies, including the one that's definitely my favorite. Before we start, don't forget to smash that like button, since it's one of the free ways to reach more people here on YouTube, and the algorithm really likes that. Let's first start with Instagram ads. There are several types of ads that you can use to get followers on Instagram: feed ads, story ads, and explore page ads. This is the most common type of ads, and you probably already seen people using them to grow their Instagram pages. If you want to invest money to grow on Instagram, I think you should avoid this type of ads, because they are usually the most expensive, and I'm sure that you want to get the best bang for your buck. The next type of ads that you can use to get followers on Instagram are story ads, and these are much better because they are cheaper, since less people are using them. If you're willing to spend money on ads to get Instagram followers, I recommend story ads, but make sure to continue watching, because I'm going to reveal a really cool trick that you can use to cut down costs per follower and maximize conversions. Finally, there are explore ads. You can basically use this type of ads to pay your way into the people's explore feed. They are not that cheap, but it's a new type of ads, and not a lot of people know about them, which makes your conversions much better. You can use this type of ads if you have higher budgets and want to grow really fast, or combine these with story ads to get maximum exposure, because there is a lot of people on Instagram who don't really watch stories. I'm not going to cover how to set up ads in this video, but if you want to learn that, there are a lot of step-by-step guides here on YouTube, and you can also let me know if you are interested, so I can publish my own Instagram ads tutorial. Second, and in my opinion much better paid follower strategy, is buying shoutouts. The reason why I think it's better is because it's much cheaper, and if you do everything correctly, you will end up with higher quality followers. There are websites like Shoutout where you can find people that are selling shoutouts, but I suggest you to avoid websites like these and instead DM pages that are similar to yours directly on Instagram. Websites like Shoutout charge a fee, which makes those shoutouts more expensive, and also not a lot of pages use these websites, and you can find higher quality pages directly on Instagram. The process is pretty simple. Just search for big pages that are in your niche and ask them for promo rates. Avoid typing long messages and instead simply ask for promo rates, because they are usually getting a lot of DMs, and you want to mention that you are looking for paid promo right away, so that they can see what you want right away. This will get you much better response rate. I'm going to make a full video on how to use shoutouts to grow, but let me give you one more tip. Pages usually charge for promos on hourly basis, and they usually have different rates depending on how long your promo post stays. Avoid paying for 24 or 48 hour-long promos, and instead go for cheaper 4 to 12 hour promos, since the most exposure comes within the first several hours. To maximize the number of followers you get using paid traffic and cut down cost per follower, you should combine paid shoutouts with ads. In the beginning, use shoutouts to get some initial following and engagement, and then retarget people who already engaged with your content using paid ads. That way you will get the best bang for the buck, since people who already engaged are going to have much better conversion rate and your ads will be much cheaper. Once you have an established page with nice following, you can start to leverage that and get free shoutouts, but I'm going to leave that for some other video. Now, I don't really recommend using paid strategies unless you have high budget and want to grow as fast as possible, or you already have some sort of monetization plan in place and can get that money back really fast. Instead, use some of the free methods that I'm going to mention right now and save your money for something else. You can still grow pretty fast in 2020 using only free strategies, so let's go over some of the most effective Instagram growth hacks. I'm not going to mention generic things like post high quality content, be consistent, have a niche and so on, because I assume that you already know the basics. If you don't, I suggest you to check some of my other videos where I've already covered all that. So with that being said, let's start. Commenting and engaging with your targeted audience is probably the easiest way to start getting some followers. This strategy was working from the beginning, still works in 2020, and will most likely keep working in the future, simply because Instagram is a social platform and socializing is what it's meant for. Great thing about this strategy is that you can handpick highly targeted and active people, which will keep engaging with your content once they become followers. There are 4 ways to find targeted people to interact with. First is to go on your competitor's page and start interacting with people that liked their recent post. Simply start visiting profiles that liked their recent post and start engaging with them. The reason why you want to target people that liked their recent post instead of simply targeting their followers is because among those followers there are a lot of inactive accounts and you don't want to waste your time on people who are not active. Second way is to start interacting with people directly in your competitors' comment section by replying to their comments, and you can even go one step further and visit profiles of those people and engage with them there as well, which will increase the chance that they visit your profile after and engage with you. This way is even better because people that are commenting on big pages that are in your niche are most likely super interested in that content and will therefore be highly interested in your content as well. The third way is to go to highly targeted hashtags, check recent posts and start engaging with people who use that hashtag recently, visit their profile, like a few of their posts, and you can even drop a comment. Finally, once you start getting some likes on your own posts, you can target those people, visit their profiles and engage with them, which will bring you the best results because they are already familiar with your page and your content. If you want, you can combine all of these methods to get faster results. Number 2 is the parasite method. This one includes commenting as well, but requires you to act quickly. What you want to do is to go to big pages that are in the same category as you and turn on notifications. Once they publish a new post, you will receive a notification and you want to go to that post as quickly as possible and leave meaningful or some funny comment. Speed is really important with this strategy because you want to be one of the first people to leave comment, since it gives you higher chance of your post getting seen by others and getting likes. If you are the first person to leave some, let's say, funny comment, everyone that visits after will see your comment, giving you much higher chance to get comment likes. If you manage to get a lot of likes, your comment will be among top comments, giving your profile a ton of exposure. Some people that see your comment are going to be curious and visit your profile, and if they like your content, they are going to engage, and some will end up following you. It can be a bit time consuming because you need to be on alert all the time and act instantly when you receive the notification, but if done right, it can definitely bring you a ton of exposure. Now let's go over one more strategy, which can be the fastest way to blow up and get a lot of followers, and then finally I'm going to cover what is, in my opinion, the best growth hack, which I used on the account that I mentioned in the beginning of this video, that got first 1000 followers from scratch in just 9 days. As I said, this strategy can be the fastest way to get a lot of followers right now and works great for both team and personal pages. It involves using TikTok to drive people to your Instagram page. For those of you who don't know, TikTok is a new social media app where you are publishing short videos, and it's currently exploding. There are a ton of people using it, but there is still not enough creators to fulfill the huge demand for this type of content. You can basically just open a brand new TikTok account, and there's a good chance that one of your first posts ends up going crazy viral. Their algorithm is fully AI driven, and your post can blow up and reach millions of people even if you have 0 followers. You can link your Instagram page on your TikTok profile and funnel the TikTok audience to your Instagram page. This works great because TikTok is a new platform and they are not reducing reach like Instagram does. You can repurpose your Instagram videos and post them on TikTok, or you can make original content specifically for TikTok. I will be covering TikTok in depth on this YouTube channel, and I definitely think that you should avoid missing out on this huge opportunity, since the attention that you can get is just crazy. I've seen people on TikTok going from 0 to 100k followers in less than a week. And finally, let me cover the strategy that I think is the best, which is highly controversial, and it's called follow-unfollow, or as some people also call it, follow for follow. You might already heard some bad things about this strategy from fake gurus that don't know what they are doing, but let me tell you the truth, it still works great in 2020, and as I showed you before, I've used it recently to grow first 1000 followers in just 9 days. Since I've already made a video on how to use it the right way, I'm not going to repeat everything, so if you're interested, you should watch that video next. I will leave a link in the description, or you can check this card. Let me know which one of these strategies seems the most interesting to you, and don't forget that you can combine several of these growth hacks to get the most followers faster. Once you get the initial few thousand followers and get the ball rolling, you can stop using these time-consuming growth hacks and grow organically with hashtags and other methods that I'm covering on my channel. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe.